Well, hello, GSNA. Our apologies that we were unable to connect today. Technology always tends to bring us challenges, but we yet are figuring out how to manage those challenges by recording the request from Emily, and we'll get that out to you as quickly as possible. So if you're viewing this, that means we've made our mark and we are able to connect with you today. But it's so exciting to hear that 70 or so GSNA members have joined together to talk about your chapter president. First, let me congratulate Emily on being president of GSNA this year, and congratulations to all of you who are representing your local chapters today. So thank you for inviting me to be a part of your meeting, even though your meeting has ended and we are connecting otherwise. So we are super excited about the opportunity to share with you today, and so appreciative of Emily to invite us. We are going to be sharing with you a little bit today about social media and the importance of that. So I'm going to jump into that in just a moment. But first, I am Kelly Cook, the Strategic Marketing and Communications and Training Manager. And with me today is my colleague, Catherine Carter. So say hello, Catherine. Thank you. She's our Communications BSA, and Catherine supports all things that we do around our communications team related to social media. So we have got a large strategic plan that we work through, and she helps us to make sure that we carry that out successfully. And she's going to be joining you in just a few moments, sharing some how-tos, some best practices, and some tips and tricks as you are taking on this social media responsibility as related to your local chapters. So, but first I want to talk to you about why social media. So why did Emily bring up the importance of us talking about social media? So I had the chance to speak with Emily a week or so ago, and we both are in total agreement that part of the why behind our messaging and why it's so important is that we need to all be on the same page. We all love the same things. We all love the fact that we are doing great work in school nutrition, great work in the state of Georgia, and we have some fantastic school nutrition professionals in the state of Georgia. So that's part of our why. So the importance behind that why is that if we're all saying the same things together, we're a little more powerful with our messaging than we are kind of separated all out into one. Now, that doesn't mean that we're not going to be talking about your individual pages, but some things I want you to think about is that first, these social media pages that you're about to embark upon and take responsibility for are extremely valuable. And they can have tremendous impact on the perception of Georgia school nutrition. And that's very exciting. So secondly, I want you to think about identifying your audience. So who is it that's going to be following your page? And then how can you use that audience to talk about the great things going on in Georgia school nutrition? So some things to think about when you're talking to your audience. What do they want to know about school nutrition? Do they want to know that the meal is safely served and that it's a quality school meal? Do they want to know about the people that are preparing those quality school meals? Do they want to see the faces of the students that you're serving? And then all the ways that you connect with our community and our students and our teachers, those engagement pieces. So a few of our overarching goals at the Georgia Department of Education are to extend our reach, to improve external perception, and to deliver long-term growth. That means we want to continue building up on any traction that we get, any new followers that we get. We want to continue to grow that. So, and we definitely want to promote school nutrition in every way possible. Hence why we're speaking to you today. You're going to be able to help us with that and really be able to share out what's going on in GSNA and support the message of all of Georgia Department of Education school nutrition. So promoting school nutrition in every possible way, cementing the fact that school nutrition is essential and foundational to the student success, and that fueling is also part of educating our Georgia future. So with all that said, first we need to think about some things to establish consistent messaging. So a few tips I want to leave you with is create the right message. So when you're thinking about that audience, thinking about what people want to hear and see about school nutrition, create that correct message, align your message, control the message, and then amplify your message. So Catherine's going to be sharing with you in a few moments some of those ways that we can do that and how we can take advantage of that. So I look forward to seeing the pictures and reading the stories of your chapter's work. And if we can be of assistance to you in any way possible, please don't hesitate to reach out to us at fuelingga@godot.org. Again, that's fuelingga@godot.org. Catherine, I'm going to turn it over to you, and I know you'll be able to give them some great tips on how to run their social media pages in a very successful way. And we look forward to serving alongside you with the same messaging to support quality school meals in the state of Georgia. Thank you, everyone. Have a fantastic summer and a great year.
Thank you so much, Kelly. As was mentioned, I'm Catherine Carter, the Communications Business Support Analyst at the Georgia Department of Education's School Nutrition Program. And I'm very happy to have the opportunity to speak to you today about the nuts and bolts of mounting winning strategies in the social media space on behalf of your respective chapters. Please allow me to share my screen so we have some visual references as we make our way through today's conversation. So you should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so I'm heading right into it. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about what's in your marketing toolkit. Now, what is this marketing toolkit? It really consists of those resources and points of entry for great content on social media. And we're talking about things already at your fingertips, which is great for you. Your school meals, firstly, carry perhaps the most important message you'd want to convey. So we encourage you to post about them often. The professionalism of the members of your respective chapters and how that is yielding positive results every day is another element through which many successes are found. We're moving on to resources now. On the matter of resources, you're going to want to ensure that your presence online is adding value to your chapter members and all those who will engage with you. And your audience is not going to be limited, of course, to members of your chapter. They're going to include students and parents and so on. And so the resources about which we will discuss a little further, for example, student and community engagement resources, resources like training resources available to your members, and about which you again don't need to reinvent the wheel because we will post about those. Those things are on our website and readily available to you. I will navigate to that a little later on in our presentation. We've added here the state agency. And why have we added that? We've added that because we want to be a resource for you. You can reach out to us either through social media or via email, and we would be only too happy to connect with you to help amplify your messages or answer any questions that you may have. Lastly, and I must say that this is not an exhaustive list, but we've added your trusted smartphone. And we've added it because it has strong capability to help you capture very good visual content that will connect with your publics online. And this gives me a great opportunity now to segue into our next slide, which is going to be that piece about capturing great photos. All right, so these tips that I'm going to be elaborating on are not for the professional photographers among us today, right? I'm sure there are a few, but today we're talking to those iPhone and Samsung generation of photographers who I might add are rivaling some of the professional folks today. So first up, let your focus be your focus. You want to ensure that your audience will see the photo and focus on what you want them to focus on, right? And how do we do this? Well, it's easy to omit the distractions, right? Ensure your background is clean and clear of debris. Those things like garbage bins or lunch bags from home are things that we do not want to advertise. So make sure you take a second look at your photos to ensure they're communicating what you intend. Secondly, aim for a full frame. Get as close to the picture or to the school meal or to the child or to whatever you are hoping to capture as possible. A little bit of a beautiful background is okay too, but always be mindful of what is that focus of what you want to convey as you are taking those photos. Thirdly, ideally, you should aim to take your photos in a well lit area and only rely on your flash if you have specific lighting challenges. And the more photos you take and the more often you take them, the better you become at this photography thing and the better your odds of capturing great photo options. And then finally, you want to look with a critical eye at your photos before they leave your phone to ensure they're telling the story that you intend to tell. Please don't post for the sake of posting. Evaluate whether that photo that you've taken is communicating your intended message. Is it, in fact, a quality school meal? Are the children happy? Is the decor the focus, or is the school meal the focus? So be mindful of that as you go about taking photos for social media. Let's talk a little bit now about promotional events. We love to see the team spirit, and our students no doubt enjoy your making your environment festive and engaging during our celebratory weeks. But as you are looking for content to post on your chapter's behalf, ensure that you stay on message. Ensure that what you're sharing from your members or what you are collecting from your members will support the point of promotional events like National School Breakfast and the National School Lunch Week, which we believe is always to promote and raise awareness on school meals and how they set our students up for success. So whatever the theme, the point of it is always that the strength and the value added by that school meal. So stay on message. Encourage your chapter members to promote their school meals and to highlight how they are plugged in and connected with their wider school system and their community. So to ensure that you're guided by a rubric that will keep your message consistent, as Kelly was mentioning earlier. So of course we love to see the whole school engaged, like this year for National School Lunch Week. And I can immediately recall Gordon County it was, who had their Board of Education, their principals, their coaches, and a host of people on board as celebrity servers as they were working through celebrating National School Lunch Week with their school community. So these are some photos, different photos that we think captured the moment well. You will see that there's a bit of decor in the background, but there's no sacrificing of the school meal for showcasing what's happening in the background. Right, this photo that you're seeing here is from Fulton County, where they had Freddie the Falcon, but you're seeing a quality school breakfast option right there in the background. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit now about resources, and these are specific resources having to do with student engagement. This information is going to be useful for your chapter members if they're honing in on your pages. So we have lots of resources on our website. We're talking about Harvest of the Month, Farm to School, celebration calendars, food-based learning lessons, information about how to start a school garden, and ready-to-use engagement tools. So resources like this, or information surrounding resources like this, will make for good content and make for content that is readily accessible and easy to post about. So we're going to commend this to suggestions for you. Look around on our website and see how you can help amplify that message so that your respective chapter members are aware of what is available to them. Moving on now to direct more closely to the point of today's conversation, which is marketing resources that are available to you also on our website. So great news here. Georgia School Nutrition website already has easy to use handouts that speak to how to invite people to like your social media pages and how to take great social media photos. And I'll navigate to that specific section of our website in a moment. All right, so Kelly touched on this, but I just want to drive home the point a little bit more. You want to embrace this matter of building your brand on social media, because a lot of our stakeholders are, and we really should be wanting to meet people where they are. You want to build awareness, you want to connect, you want to build brand equity, you want to celebrate your programs and your chapters work, and you want to tell those stories that are not often heard about, or that will resonate and connect and tug at heartstrings, right? Importantly, you're going to want to use, or we're going to suggest really strongly that you use consistent hashtags. These are the ones that we use most consistently. We use Fueling GA, Keep GA Fed, and Keep GA Learning. And I'll show you in a moment how that shakes up and how that helps you with keeping your finger on the pulse of what's happening online. So for example, when you call up Fueling GA on social media, you will see every post by everybody who uses the Fueling GA hashtag in one place. So if, for example, you're looking for content to post, you can also look up Fueling GA and you will see specific content concerning Georgia School Nutrition. And then you can always hone in on that. If, for example, you're in Tift County, you can put Fueling GA and Tift, and the Facebook, for example, will narrow your search based on those results. Allow me to share my screen now, or to share a different screen rather, so that you can see what happens, for example, when you call up a hashtag. So we are on the Georgia School Nutrition Facebook page. And I wanted to give you an example of engaging with people who connect with your content. So the first thing you're going to want to do when someone likes or follows or comments on something that you've posted online is to check whether they are already in receipt, regular receipt of your content. And they get your content shows up regularly on their timelines when they are liking or following your page. And there's an easy way to check. You click on the like or the icon right here, and you will see kind of in one place all of the people who have engaged with the particular content that you've posted. And you have the opportunity to invite them to like the page. I've already gone ahead and invited all the people here who haven't liked the page, so unfortunately we're not seeing it. But if Yvonne Jones, for example, didn't yet like the page but had come in contact with the content because she saw it on somebody else's timeline, you would have had an icon here that says invite. You want to ensure that you're inviting as many people as possible to like your Facebook page or to follow your Facebook page or your social media page rather, as they are engaging with you. So that's like engaging with your engagers. And then the other thing I wanted to point out is this matter of social media listening using hashtags. So I mentioned that we use Fueling GA on all our posts, right? And we also encourage our school districts to use Fueling GA. And I would encourage you, as well as you're mounting your chapter pages, to also use the hashtag Fueling GA so that we can see your content, so that other people following the hashtag can see your content over time. Interestingly, when you use Fueling GA, the first post that comes up is this one from Wayne County, dealing with the same training that we are in the process of recording or engaging with. And as you scroll through, you see other school districts who also use that hashtag. Wayne County recently posted concerning their summer program. We can find it. In fact, we shared this post because when we were searching our hashtags, it was there and available to us. All right, I'm going to stop here for now to show you how we go about sharing content that will resonate with your audience. So recently we about 5 great reasons that your child should eat, or that children should eat, school meals. We think content like this would be great for you to post. You wouldn't need to reinvent the wheel. But how you go about sharing content such as this is you scroll to the bottom of the post and you just click share. It's going to give you an option to share to page. This is the one that you're going to want to use. When you click share to page, it comes up. The name of your page will come up next. You click that, and of course you can write a catchy, short, sweet caption, and the work is done for you basically. So you really don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? We're going to scroll a little further down into the Fueling GA hashtag, and as you're seeing, this is largely only Georgia School Nutrition programs. Here's another great post from Georgia School Nutrition Association that also use the hashtag Fueling GA. I'm going to change the hashtag now. But before I do that, training resources. So your chapter members can benefit from training resources or from training opportunities that the state agency puts out from time to time. This perhaps would be great content for you to share so that your chapter members are aware or are reminded of the training opportunities that are available to them. I'm going to use a different hashtag now to just show you one that we use for an event specific purpose. So GA Crunch, GA Crunch for lunch is a specific event specific hashtag that we've used, kind of associated with Apple Crunch Day. And you'll see that all of the posts concerning Crunch for Lunch will pop up on the timelines, right? So here is Gwinnett County's post concerning Apple Crunch Day. This is Marietta City. This is Thomaston, Upston, School Nutrition, Fayette County, and for this post from Cobb County goes back to 2019. And if you continue to scroll, you'll get as far as 2018, which is when I believe we first started to use the GA Crunch for Lunch hashtag. See, this post from Gordon County Schools came out in 2018, and this was how they had celebrated Apple Crunch Day at the time. So those are some quick tips on, things that you can do easily on social media. I'm going to switch over now to our website to kind of show you where some resources are that you can use. So our website is snp.godot.org, and it will land you, of course, here on our starting page, and outreach and marketing will take you to additional resources, some of which we mentioned earlier today during the presentation. So here are the how-tos. Invite your friends to like your Facebook page, invite your friends to like you on Instagram or on Twitter, and tips for taking better social media photos. I wanted to also walk you through our training catalog. So we know our school nutrition professionals like to hone their skills and develop themselves into more rounded professionals. You can share about our training catalog and the resources that are available to them there. Use any training link that you think would resonate or be relevant to your audience. You can copy and paste this link online with some basic copy to direct people to training opportunities, for example. All right, I'm going to stop sharing this presentation now and move right back into my final slide to just wrap things up. Give me a moment while I do that. Okay, so finally, we want to encourage you to take the opportunity to like, follow, and engage with us. You would be well served by engaging each of your chapter pages with our pages on social media, so that we can be mutually connected. We can see your content on our timeline and you can see ours. So we're on Facebook at Godot Nutrition. We are on Instagram at Godot_SNP. We're on Twitter at Godot Nutrition. And of course, we have our email address. You can always reach us via fuelingga@godot.org. Ensure you're following GSNA as well. Ensure you're engaging with GSNA content, because as you like and comment and engage with other pages that are aligned with yours, you also expand your presence in the social media space. So when someone, for example, likes a comment that you place on our page or on the GSNA page, once somebody engages with that comment, you are able to invite that person to like your page. So if I, for example, liked a comment from a particular chapter, you would get an icon that shows you that I like it. And if you click that icon, it will give you an opportunity to invite me to like your page. So you want to not only post, but you want to engage with content that is consistent and carries the message that you want to carry in the space. That's going to be it from me today. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Have a great year and all the best as you mount winning social media strategies. We look forward to seeing your stories, and we look forward to helping to amplify those as well. Thank you very much.